What is up, YouTube? It's a High Honda Rider here, back again for a badass motovlog. Today we're going to talk about salvage bikes. Yes, the long-awaited subject of salvage bikes. First, why would you want them? Why would you need them?
Look, I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings, but I'm only going to get this one chance. Something's wrong, I can feel it. It's just a feeling I've got, like something's about to happen, but I don't know what. If that means what I think it means, we're in trouble, big trouble. And if he is as bananas as you say, I'm not taking any chances.
Things like that. First of all, a salvage bike would be a bike that has had a lien on it and went down, and the insurance adjuster came out and said it was a total loss, that it would cost more to repair the bike than it's worth currently. And I'm not sure if those insurance adjusters really know what they're doing or anything like that, but they do it often. I mean, I've seen bikes with a tiny little ding in the gas tank, it's totaled. And I get that gas tanks are expensive, but man, I'm not sure about that. But that's what a salvage bike is. Once it goes down, the insurance adjuster says, okay, it's a total loss. They issue a salvage title, and usually they cut you a big fat check for your bike, which isn't a bad thing, but hopefully you're okay after all of it. So what happens then is they usually go to an auction, and certain dealerships or whatever. Not a lot of salvage auctions are open to the public, which really sucks, but most of the time a dealership gets it and they put them up for sale as is, and there they are. Why would you want a salvage bike? Well, first, the top reasons I can think of would be a track-only bike. Has a salvage title, so it's not roadworthy. You can pick one up fairly cheap. You can modify it as you want, and it's your dedicated track bike. And you're not going to have a whole lot of money into it. And I think that is a main reason for a salvage bike. It would make a great track bike, 9 times out of 10. And you're not going to spend a shit ton of money on it. So that's rule number one, or reason number one that someone would want a salvage bike. Reason number two, then we get into this long drawn out discussion, would be that maybe you want to fix it up and take it on the street. And I can think of a few reasons for that. What if you're a new rider and you don't want to go and spend a shit ton of money on a bike? You don't know if you are ready for bikes or anything like that, or the experience, you would want to get into a cheap bike, and really salvage bikes are as cheap as they come, honestly. So why not give it a shot? You can pick one up for $2,000 to $3,000, probably a lot less than that. Yeah, there you go. You have a motorcycle. Now, what do you do with it? Well, you're going to have to fix it up. If you want to take a salvage bike on the street, you're going to have to go to your local, I don't know, B&B, or it's a state highway patrol here, and they're going to inspect it. So when you take it to go have it inspected, you're going to want to have all of your repairs done already. You're going to want to have working headlights and tail lights and brake lights and turn signals and everything else like that to make it street legal. Now that's where kind of a gray line comes in. Some people have problems with their salvage inspection. Some people don't. It really depends on what you put into it. Really, research is going to be your key thing. And I know that a lot of people in my area have problems, and it's with the dumb shit, like reflectors. All new bikes come with that ugly ass tail end, and it's got those big ass fucking reflectors on it. Well, guess what? Those are mandated by law. You have to have them. So when you go have your salvage inspection, you don't have reflectors, guess what? Bam! You're not riding your bike. They're going to tell you, hey, it's not ready. I'm pretty sure they'll give you a reason why, but I'm not for sure. But then you're going to be, you know, you wasted all that trip, and it's cost like $50 for a salvage inspection. You have to pay it twice. So really do your research. Remember, you know, make everything street legal on it, and you should be good to go. Remember the tiny things like reflectors, and they can say you can't use any zip ties and shit like that. My best tip would be when preparing a bike for a salvage inspection to really take your time and go through things. There's a fucking bee in my helmet. There we go. That was a little fucked up. No. But yeah, take your time, go through it, prepare everything, you know, look everything over. And that's another thing too, is when you're looking at salvage bikes, you want to really look the bike over. You want to make sure that there is no major catastrophic damage, like any cracked case or cracked frame, which can be hard to spot. But if you take your time, don't get excited because they're going to look at motorcycles. Take your time and really look the bike over and make sure that's something you can get into. Now the biggest thing would be is you need to be able and confident in yourself to make these kind of repairs. And I'm not saying you have to be a master motorcycle mechanic or anything like that, but you do need to be able to turn a wrench. You need to be able to, you know, have resources available to you, maybe someone that works on bikes or anything like that. Or the internet, man, YouTube. There's tons of how-to videos and everything when it comes to motorcycles, and they're not that hard to work on. They're really not. So I would say that, you know, 7 out of 10 people can get a wrecked motorcycle as long as it's not terrible, and piece it back together and have you a cheap motorcycle. It could save you some on insurance. With a salvage bike, you're going to have the title. Depending on your personal preference, you might not need to carry full coverage. You can carry liability and some underinsured motorists or whatever, depending on, you know, that's your preference. But yeah, you kind of want to make sure that that's something that you can do and something that you're ready for, because it's a lot of responsibility having a salvage motorcycle. My bike is a salvage bike. I bought it off Craigslist. It came from a dealership. Someone got it, decided maybe it was a little too much for them. They didn't have the time or money to put into it. So I literally scooped it up for $2,600. Put the Repsol plastics on it and did a lot of repairs, a lot of repairs. This bike was in not the best shape, so I don't think I turned on this GoPro. I don't think I turned on my rear GoPro at all. I might have, but hopefully I did. That would be dumb, riding around and not having my mic on. That would suck. Salvage motorcycles, man, they're not for everybody, but there's a lot of reasons why you want to test the waters when it comes to one. There's a lot of reasons why you don't. I mean, if you got the money for a really nice bike with a clear title, save yourself a headache and go get one. But people on the budget, new riders or track riders, you know, and you want that dedicated track bike, or you want a bike that you're not a whole lot into in case you go down, you know, I mean, a salvage bike, it's already been down. It might have a scuff or two or things like that. So salvage bikes are really, you know, can be a great thing, can be a bad thing. It just depends on, you know, your skill level, what you really want it for, and things like that. And that's all I really got to say about the salvage bikes. Maybe I helped you out, maybe I changed your mind. I don't know, but if I did, give it a big thumbs up. Take the badass button and click on it, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have a lot of cool things, a lot of cool topics coming up. And everyone have a safe day, and peace out, man.